And a warm welcome to Mary O'Donnell, who has just joined us in studio, surrounded by boxes, Mary.
I know.
But they're not boxes, are they?
Full of goodies.
What are they? Pray tell.
So every year we do the advent calendars because they're always great value and they sell out so quickly because they're nearly half the price of what you pay. You nearly get double in it. So when they come out, they normally go, so whatever skincare or makeup you're into, they go fairly fast. So I always like to do kind of a selection, all different prices, just, for it may be for yourself or for a gift, but they always do go very fast.
Now, when I was a child, an advent calendar was something where you opened a window and got a tiny square of chocolate.
Yes.
Each day in the run up to Christmas. So these are beauty advent calendars. Yeah. So are you telling me you get a little beauty treat every day in the run up to Christmas?
Yeah, and most people, is they just whack them all open because they're getting such good value on the products they like.
Okay. Now, I can tell from the ones you've brought in that there's all price ranges and
yes,
you can spend a lot or a little.
Yeah, or you can, and which I never saw before, Clarence do a 12-day one, so that's really not an advent calendar, but they do 12 days. I suppose 12 days of Christmas is
12 days of Christmas,
yeah.
So you could probably make that a gift for somebody. So give us a rough idea. What's the most expensive one here now, for example?
Let's see, which is my most expensive one? Would it be... I'd say it possibly could be one of the Clarence or the Dermalogica. So the Dermalogica one, which is here, is worth 588 and it is 259.
Okay, so what kind of things would you get inside in that now?
So you get all your skincare and you get your exfoliants, your different cleansers, you get your smoothing cream, you get your hydration, but you get 24 products instead of 24 chocolates. But they're all different. So some of the products you may not have tried before, but they would be kind of their best sellers plus more.
Okay, so this whole idea of a beauty advent calendar, it's relatively new. It's come in the last few years, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And I think I first, I suppose one of my girls would have been kind of going in kind of mid-teens, and it was the first time I saw it, and it was all makeup. I never saw it with skincare until very recently. And then I think we started doing the Estee Lauder one. And the Estee Lauder one was always gone. I think we'd talk about it, and the following week it used to be just vamoosed. So all the other companies now have
jumped on the bandwagon.
Jumped on it. But it used to always be makeup before. So the makeup revolution now, and this is probably the first one that I would have seen. So the advent calendar is all makeup. So this one, I think it's 57 quid. So it's like you're like teenager, somebody who's really like a makeup lover, and you get everything from your blushers, your foundations, you get pencils, you get brushes, you get everything. Lovely starter kit for somebody who is into makeup, or a lovely present for Christmas.
Yeah, very nice.
And it doesn't have to be an advent calendar, but it is.
So it really wouldn't, I presume an awful lot of people wouldn't particularly buy it and use it in the traditional sense of an advent calendar.
Yeah.
It's more a Christmas present.
It's more a Christmas present, or if it's for yourself, and say Clarence is what you're into, or whichever one of the brands, it's probably to get all your things for a much better price and to try a few things you mightn't have tried before.
Yeah, great idea. Well, there's a massive one here that looks like a giant Christmas decoration.
Oh, this is so pretty. This is Ritual. So I have watched all the influencers and bloggers hang it up somewhere. So it just hangs up like somewhere like that, and you pick off your day as going from here to Christmas. But you get candles, and you get your shower gels, and you get your body lotions, and anybody who's into rituals, is 24 fabulous products from them.
Candles as well.
There's candles, so you could have you have like your deep soak, put on your candle. You have the time to do that, and but you'd have all your products for your, like, it's all kind of body products.
Okay,
but it looks so pretty.
And does that one cost much?
No, this one's 120.
Ooh, that's very steep. Yeah,
it is steep but it looks beautiful. We'd love to have a present of this. I think you and I would love to get this one.
Nux.
Yeah. And I think actually this is probably, I think the Rituals is probably the nicest looking, and I think this is taking a very close second. So you get your lovely oils, and you get your fragrance, there's so much, and such, again, 24 fabulous products, and this is the value on this one is 148, and you get it for 129.
Yeah, and again, lots of nice little products in that.
So you will have, again, I suppose the Rituals and the Nux are similar in that you an awful lot of body treatments in it. You get your exfoliants, your oils, your creams, and there's little fragrances in as well, which they're kind of known for.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great. Somebody's already been on, but I think you more or less answered this already. Somebody's been on to say, are there advent calendars suitable for teenage girls?
Yes. So, yeah, and that would have been, I think, the first year that I was ever alerted to it. It was something like the Revolution that I got, and it was all makeup, and it was kind of like, like it was even nearly step to step how to use whatever. And it's a lovely introduction into kind of eyeshadows, foundation, without like breaking the bank.
Okay, and that's Revolution.
Makeup Revolution, and it's like €57, and there was a lot in it. And the products I've always used Makeup Revolution. It's beautiful.
Mary, is it worth people's while to start maybe buying a few presents now, like those things, before they get more expensive coming up to Christmas?
Yeah, like it's amazing, because I know somebody and she just buys things like this time of year, because she's Lancome and she gets all her Lancome bits in it now, and she has them for the year, because you can get such great value. But what the problem is that even like with this now, there's very low stock in it already, and it's like October. And they're gone. So like by kind of mid-November, they'll all be gone. Yeah. In this kind of world. Now you'll get different Christmas sets and things like that, but people do look out for this for the value reason. And it looks so pretty as well.
It looks so great as well. Now, the other thing you want to talk to us about this month are sheet masks. And I'm glad you're going to talk about this, because, again, they're relatively new. I know they've been around for a few years, but they wouldn't have been around, we'll say, when I was a teenager. But I see that there are some expensive ones out there, and there's some ones that are like cheapest chips out there. Yeah. And it's hard to know, do they all do the same thing? Is it worth spending? Yeah. Well, give us the lowdown on what they are and what they're for.
Right. Well, you inspired me, because the last time I was in, you were going off to the awards, and you had said to me, what can I do the night before just to kind of really... And I thought, you know what, it's great for like a special occasion, but at Christmas time, when you have a few nights out and you want your skin to look the best, or a Christmas party, I do think if you don't get in for your facial and you haven't been looking after your skin, it just will help a lot. Your makeup will go on nicer, your skin will be more hydrated, and you're dead right. They're from cheapest chips up to the real expensive ones. So I have done a little selection of both. So I'll start with my favourites, and I'll work my way down. So
grab a biro, people, because you might want to write down.
And I have actually I was outside and I was thinking, oh my God, this is so sad. I've actually used every single one of these, which is a bit mad. So my blend is. This is a section of Clarins, and I think the CH and One Hotel in Ireland are the only place that do My Blend facials, which it's actually a full-on machine that will help treat the skin, but you can go in and have a facial for half an hour, and one of the best facials I've ever had done. So if you have an occasion, you can have the My Blend treatment done. But My Blend also do a sheet mask. Now, it's 30 quid for the sheet mask, so it's only one mask. So it's the most expensive one that I do have. And
30 quid, that's a lot.
It's a lot, isn't
for
it?
For a sheet mask.
Yeah, so that is, I'm working my way back.
Okay, right. I won't panic yet.
Don't panic yet. But this would be now the creme de la creme of sheet masks. Like my skin after having one treatment, I've only ever had one treatment, but it was unbelievable. It was like I had 12 facials. It was so good afterwards.
Was it like glowing or?
Oh, just what? Glowing, and like it felt so soft. Makeup went on, and it lasted for ages. And people were saying, God, the glow off your skin, and you're like it just looks so good. It looked like I'd doing all the right things. And it was just one treatment. So the one sheet mask, and I've used the products in it. The products are fabulous. So you can get all your skincare in it. But if you have, like you say, a wedding or a real special occasion, I would recommend this one, because it will make your skin look really hydrated. It'll work on the fine lines. It will work on the puffiness around the eyes, the darkness. It'll do everything for you. And yeah, it is that one.
My Blend.
My Blend, he's worth the money.
My Blend. And come here, how do you put it on? I mean, what's the step-by-step to putting on a sheet mask?
You haven't watched Monster, have you?
No.
Okay, because I just keep seeing everybody putting on the sheet masks of the serial killer. So anyway, the sheet masks are just go on. Now, I would say...
Take off all your makeup,
Take off all your makeup on it and have your skin quite dry. Now, I sometimes, with the cheaper ones, I'll put on some serum underneath it. So I'll have my serum on, and then I'll put the sheet mask on. And I leave it on for whatever it says to leave it on for. You can leave it on for longer, because you're still... Until it feels quite dry. And I sometimes take whatever's left over and I use that as a hand cream going to bed that night. So if you have any little bit left over in it... And just apply it on and do try to relax. Like, don't go be flying around the place doing loads of jobs. You need it for it to soak in properly. And maybe after 5 or 10 minutes, go and have a look to see, is it all sitting where it's supposed to sit? Because it can lift around the nose and around the eye. So just pat it all back down again.
So you could lie down.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe listen to a podcast or some music. Or
Absolutely. Now that would be ideal.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get the full absorption of whatever you have in it. And I feel I've got enough in it that I don't need to do any more skincare that night. And I usually use them before I have an occasion. And I do think, like, coming up to Christmas, like, I actually have, like this, I would have a selection of these all the time at home, from cheap to kind of expensive. And if you were kind of knew you were going someplace the next day, I would kind of, and I'd even have put them on before my makeup going out in the night. I put them on for a couple of minutes, some of the cheaper ones. So I have, the next ones that I have used that I have really, really liked is the Image eye mask. Now this is about 5 or 6 quid. He is excellent as well.
It's a he, is it?
It's a he. He's a he. I don't know why he's a he, but he's a he.
Masks have genders.
He has now. This guy has.
Okay.
And I think he's about 6 or 7 quid for this guy, and he would be very similar to this one. Not as good, but quite similar. Image is fabulous skincare, and there's only one in this, so you get one use out of it.
And pardon me if you've already said this, but how long do you leave it on for? Because I'm never sure of that.
Like 15 to 20 minutes. That's kind of the norm. So now some will be less, some will be more, depending on where they are. And there's some of them are overnighters that you can leave it on, go to bed, and wake up the next morning. But you could be found anywhere.
Yeah. God knows where it'll end up. Yeah. And like, when you take it off, assuming you don't want to leave it on overnight, you take it off. Do you pat your skin dry with a towel or what?
No, I leave whatever's there. Let that soak into your skin, because they're usually like a half a bottle of serum has gone into, like, the good ones. Okay. So you really want all that. You don't want it to go anywhere. You want it to stay on your skin. So
let's just say I'm putting myself in the head of somebody who's a night out coming up, or a wedding. Let's just say you've a night out tonight.
Okay.
Like, what's the routine? Do you put on the mask, you lie down for the 20 minutes or whatever, and then do you need to leave another little bit of time before you put on your makeup? Or should you just do it the day before?
I would do it the day before, but like, I have got, like, if you know, I said, God, my skin looks really dry, or a lot of you can get lovely eye patches. If your eyes look very puffy and you think, when I put on my makeup now, it's going to look like I have 2 big bags underneath my eyes, and I don't want that to happen. A lot of the eye ones you can put on, leave them on for 15 minutes, take them off and put on your makeup.
Okay.
So the eye ones are really good for that. The lip ones as well, you can get lip ones and you can get neck ones. And all of those, preferably you do it the night before, but if you're stuck, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can,
a little while. Mary, I know you've more masks to talk to us about, but we have to take a break. Reminder to people, if you have a skincare or beauty question for Mary O'Donnell, she's staying with us until about 2:30. Send it in 083 300 300 to text or WhatsApp, and you can also phone Mary on 066 712 3666. That's another Mary, not the same Mary, who's here in studio with me. 17 minutes past 2, you're listening to Tuesday's Talkabout. Back in a moment. You're welcome back, and if you've only just tuned in, Mary O'Donnell is with us. We're talking about sheet masks, and I'm sure that all of you out there have seen them and you've probably tried them. And Mary is very kindly separating the good from the bad, to the ridiculously expensive to the cheapest chips. Now, we've gone through 2 so far. What's next on the list, and what does it do?
So anybody who has dark spots, and after the summer, and you feel like, God, I hate those, like the makeup won't cover it up anymore, even the cover stick foundation, it just keeps coming through. Biodance have a deep mask, and this is very good value. There's actually 5 in this one. And it helps work on the dark spots on your skin, and as well as giving the really good radiance. And Biodance, really good products. There's niacinamide in it, which is really good for those dark spots. But you could have this, and you could have this for Christmas and special occasions. I think it's great value, having 5 in one box.
Oh, you don't have to use them all around the same time?
Oh, no, because they're all sealed, so it's great. I really love this one, Kinvara. They have a vitamin C sheet mask. Now they're known for, we've talked about their oils before, but this sheet mask, vitamin C, again, great price point. Great, vitamin C is great for brightening. So if you're finding your skin is dull around this time of year and you just want to give it a really good boost, and this is a great one.
Kinvara, is that an Irish company?
It is, yeah. It's a place, isn't it, in Galway?
I think so, yeah.
They've brought out some beautiful oils. It's all very natural products, but that vitamin C mask is fabulous. Really like it. I was very surprised with Trilogy how well priced this is and for how good it is. And this is the Hydra Mask, and it's the fresh brand from Trilogy. I have used this. This is like $6.95, and I think I've used it about 10 times. I've got this.
Praise indeed, Mary.
Trilogy is like they've again known for their good skincare, but if you just want like a real hydration to your skin, like if you've been out and about a lot and you find your skin has just got dry and dull, which it just happens this time of year, but you want it to look good, this guy is great to get.
And what kind of price point?
$6.95.
Yeah, that's
not
very
bad.
reasonable.
Yeah. You know, and especially like if you can't get in for a facial and you haven't been looking after your skin the way you normally would do, and you want it to look amazing, one of these can do wonders for your skin.
Okay.
The Garnier, this is a lovely one. So again, now these were going down a bit less in the price, but this is Pro Retinol Garnier. And they do a jelly mask as well. Now the jelly mask, this one there, this is $4.50 and this is $6.50. The jelly mask is if you're finding your skin is puffy and you just would love it to cool down. It's like freezing cold when you put this on. It's so cooling on the skin. Great for bags under the eyes. Great for cooling on the skin. And $6.50, really, the jelly mask. It's the Cairo Jelly Mask, anti-fatigue. And then Celesta, they do Correct and Calm. Anybody with redness.
Celesta.
Yeah. Okay. And they have gorgeous products as well. And this is lovely for anyone with redness in the skin. Helps to bring it down. And they also do one for your lips. So if your lips are very dry, you can pop this on just around the lip area and let that soak in. And then the last one is Firm Believer from Pathology, and that goes on the neck area. So it's all the neck and the chest as well. So if you're going out and do this one before you put on tan or anything like that, put it on, I'd say maybe 2 nights before it, but great for hydrating kind of all that area.
The neck area.
The neck
Firm
area.
Believer from
Pathology.
Yeah. Mary, we actually got a question from somebody about, and I think it feeds into what you're talking about. This is from Carmel, and she says, are those gel patches for under the eyes any good?
Yeah, they're good. They're not bad at all. I know that there's like some of the bigger companies, we say like the Clarins and the Lancoms, do stronger ones. And actually, all those Big Brother and all those kind of things recently, I was saying, why are they all have those eye masks, like really young, and I'm going like they're nearly obsessed with those jelly masks and they go everywhere with them. But they do you know where you want that underneath the eye to be really smooth, where there isn't like the fine lines and the crepiness underneath the eyes? I think they work better when you're older, but there seems to be an obsession with the younger people.
The young ones are mad for them, yeah. Now Karen says, I'm not quite sure what she means, but she says, can you ask Mary how long before you have an occasion should you have the treatment done? Is she maybe talking about the masks?
I said the facial, my blend.
Yeah.
So I would for a facial, I would always kind of go 2 weeks before your occasion. But for
2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. I'd like to, like especially if you have any extractions or anything that needs to be done on the skin that might be a little bit red or blotchy afterwards. But the My Blend have one for the night before an occasion, and it's only a half an hour facial, and I'd highly recommend that for anybody who has their Christmas party or anything else coming up.
Now, listener says, hi Mary, I'm a female 67 with very dry skin. What moisturising cream would you recommend?
Oh, and I actually meant to bring it in. C-Body have their own version of, say, the Advent calendar. So C-Body is our Kerry skincare brand, and they have brought out the weekend edit. So you get your lovely Christmas box with your products in it, not 24 now, but just exactly for your skincare. And I was trying the weekend for the last, I suppose, 10 days now. I was trying their kind of like for a more mature skin, and it's the Weekender. And in it you get your serum, you get your eye cream, and you get your moisturiser, beautifully packaged. But what I loved about it was the actual moisturiser in it is a really good night cream. So if you're looking for like a really strong cream that you feel like, oh, my skin is really moist after that and it's really done its work, absolutely amazing. And it's a Kerry brand. So you can't go wrong. C-Body. And this one was the weekend edit. And you have your eye cream, your serum, and your moisturiser. But a lovely rich moisturiser, and the serum in it is amazing.
Anne says she's looking for a cleanser it looks like a dry shine on her face. I'm not sure what she means by that. Maybe Anne would text us in again.
Okay, it could be just an oily patch on the skin.
Yeah, a dry, but she says a dry shine because they seem to be contradictory.
There, yeah.
And if you're there, will you text us in again and tell us what you mean? Because we're a little bit confused by that question.
So, and if your skin is dry and you have the shine on it, sometimes, and it can happen, you may need 2 different cleansers. Because you can have different skin types within, you could have an oily T-zone and a very dry skin, and especially menopausal skin can go crazy, that you might need to kind of counteract the shine first to go back to your normal, what you normally use.
Now, a listener says, will you ask Mary, what is the best collagen product to take? I have hemochromatosis and I try to avoid too much vitamin C.
Okay. So a collagen to ingest?
She doesn't specify.
Okay.
Could be to ingest or to...
Yeah, so like we were talking the last day about the collagen and how there was all sorts of different reports about it. I use the Dr. Deirdre collagen, and they're little shots. And actually, I was going to bring them in today, and we're going to have a shot each. We will for Christmas.
We will.
So they're tiny little, and they're medically approved. And I like whatever Dr. Deirdre does because there's research gone into it. But I do like to take her collagen and use that. I find it absolutely fantastic.
Dr. Deirdre,
yeah,
again, yeah, all about the Irish products as well, which is good to hear. Oh yes, this one came in earlier from a Listowel listener. Could Mary recommend a product for flyaway hair that looks like it has static in it? I need something to smooth it down.
Oh well, now just before I came out, Curly & Co, which is a Cork company, have a fantastic styling. Now their shampoos and conditioners are absolutely amazing, and I think we had Denise on when she first started going back, but I've been using her products since then, and her styling cream is really good if your hair is frizzy and fly away, or if you've been caught out in the rain. And what I literally did today was I washed it and put in her styling cream, and it just took all that frizz out of the hair. And she's available all over Kerry, and she's from Cork originally, a hairdresser who brought out her own products.
Curly & Co.
Because she has a head of fabulous red curls.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Good concealer for a woman aged almost 60, and where to put it, asks a listener.
So I suppose that we, under the eyes, for me, are kind of the first place when I think of back in the day of when you had concealer all over your face covering spots, and then you get to the stage where all you're covering is dark spots and dark circles under your eyes. But I do like Clarins have a fabulous concealer for dark circles, and I kind of go back to that time and time again just because it covers and it stays and it keeps the dark circles away. And it would have been, I suppose, when I would have been training, your concealer would have gone all the ways underneath your eyes, nearly coming down in a V, you'd nearly take over your face. But now what people are recommending is that you just put it in by your tear duct and put it in the corner of your eye, and you kind of just blend around it then just to cover, so that you're not getting that huge white consistency underneath the eyes.
So you're not putting anything at all here?
Well, you're blending slightly, but you're concentrating on the kind of the
tear duct
and the outer corner.
The outer corner.
And you slightly blend either way. But what was happening is people were finding they were having this huge residue of whiteness underneath the eye.
Caked in.
And then it would cake into the fine lines, and it would make the whole situation way worse. So... And a good blending, over and back with your brush so that you can't actually see anything. Let it set in for a minute or two, and then put on your foundation over it.
Yeah, what I find difficult actually, and maybe this listener does as well, is trying to pick a shade of concealer that will go with the
foundation.
Yeah. It should be lighter.
Should always be lighter to get that kind of the darkness out of it. And then even, what I have found at night time is even when you put on your eye cream, even that slight tapping movement of putting on the eye cream helps just there. And even the gouaches and all those for underneath the eyes to all help with to get the circulation going underneath there. They're fantastic for kind of getting rid of the problems instead of just covering it up.
Mary, we're out of time, but I have to ask you about...
Which one?
Exactly. We've come back to the Advent calendars, and they're so fabulous, and they're great ideas for presents. If Santa were to bring you one of them, what would it be?
Oh, I think I'm this guy.
You go for the Nux one.
I go for the Nux one, yeah.
I'm eyeing up the L'Occitane one. Is there nice stuff in that?
Oh, it's gorgeous. And actually, I would say this, and the Clarence. Can I do that?
You
can't
want
really.
them all,
I want
Mary.
them all. Yeah. And all the masks. I want all the masks as well.
Brilliant. Well, listen, there's still plenty of time before Christmas. No doubt we'll be talking again about fragrances and gift ideas and all of that. So we will see you again a few times between now and then. But for now, thank you.
Thank you.
And a quick reminder to listeners that this segment, as always, is being filmed and will be broadcast on our usual social media channels if you want to check them out. Thanks to Mary O'Donnell. We'll take a break. We'll be talking to broadcaster Lottie Ryan when we come back in a moment.